Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news. Hope you and your friends follow. Some love thrives in secrecy, but there are moments when emotion becomes impossible to hide. That truth hit the internet like a spark when behind-the-scenes clips of Shen Haonan Zhai Yiying spread across social media. Their appeal goes far beyond the roles they play as screen lovers. What captivated audiences was the ease with which they exist around each other, the unspoken rhythm, the casual intimacy, and the sincerity that slips through when no one is supposed to be watching. One fan video, filmed on a freezing, windy day, caught Zhai Yiying shivering slightly between takes. Without hesitation, Shen Haonan slipped off his coat and settled it over her shoulders. No grand gestures, no glances toward the cameras, just an instinctive act that viewers call the quietest form of protection. It was an image that lingered, not performance, but genuine care. In another unguarded moment, after an interview, they walked out side by side. Something small slipped from Zhai Yiying's hand. Shen bent to retrieve it, handed it back, and murmured with a half-smile, "You're always losing things." Her soft laugh answered, "That's because when you're around, I can relax." The exchange was so light that it might have gone unnoticed until the clip went viral and fans flooded comment sections with one demand: just make it official. What these glimpses offer is more than gossip. They remind viewers why real connection matters. It's the tenderness found in unscripted moments, the kind that makes audiences believe, if only for a few seconds, that love can still be simple, instinctive, and true. And perhaps, that's why no one can stop watching. None of these moments, fans insist, were scripted. Every gesture, whether a coat draped over her shoulders or a teasing remark, comes from an ease that only time and trust can build. What captivates audiences is not mere sweetness, but a rare sense of emotional reliance, a bond that makes their on-screen romance feel startlingly real on set. That chemistry has become legendary. Whether locked in a fiery argument or caught in a tender, quiet beat, Shen Haonan and Zhai Yiying move as if they share a single rhythm. A crew member recalls a particularly difficult reunion scene in the rain. The director braced for multiple takes, but the pair delivered a flawless, heart-wrenching performance on the very first try. They didn't even need to rehearse, the crew said. One look was enough. They knew such synchronicity doesn't come by accident. Away from the camera, they pore over scripts together, rehearse timing, and even dissect the nuances of eye contact. Netizens like to joke, this isn't acting, it's love unfolding in real time, but insiders know it is the product of professionalism, trust, and an unusually deep understanding of one another. That commitment has won them admiration within the industry. Their scenes don't just hit the mark, they feel lived in, layered, and achingly sincere, like pages from a diary brought to life. And perhaps that is why these glimpses resonate so strongly, because for a few moments, the audience stops watching a drama and starts believing in a love story that could almost be real. When asked what they valued most in each other during a recent interview, Shen Haonan's answer was simple: "She gives me a sense of security at the most critical moments." Zhai Yiying, without missing a beat, smiled and said, "He doesn't talk much, but he's always there when I need him." The candid exchange spread quickly, not because it was dramatic, but because of the quiet honesty that revealed the foundation of their connection. That understanding seems to follow them everywhere. On a light-hearted variety show segment, the two were challenged to guess each other's favorite drink. Without a pause, they both wrote the same thing: oolong milk tea. The studio burst into laughter, and one producer teased, "You two really are twin souls." Over time, what began as a professional partnership has evolved into something richer, built step by step through long days on set, mutual respect, and those unnoticed moments of care. Fans often say, they're not just a CP. There's something beyond that. Soulmates. Scroll through social media, and you'll find the evidence. Under countless clips, one passerby's comment has been shared thousands of times: "This is what real sweetness looks like." From Weibo hot searches to Douyin edits, the fascination keeps growing. Fans have turned behind-the-scenes footage into love diary montages that could pass for actual dramas. Others write fanfiction series with millions of views, dissecting every matching outfit, every soft glance in a world obsessed with noise. Shen Haonan Zhai Yiying's quiet, Steady bond has become a rare spectacle, a story that reminds audiences why real connection feels so extraordinary. This fascination has grown into something far bigger than simple star chasing. For many viewers, watching Shen Haonan Zhai Yiying is like witnessing a modern fairy tale quietly unfold in real time. In an industry that thrives on orchestrated hype and fleeting scandals, their bond stands out precisely because it feels unforced. They do not depend on flashy publicity or choreographed displays of affection. They rarely post about each other, and yet, when they appear together even for a brief moment, the screen seems to soften, and a rare warmth settles over the audience. The release of their latest drama has only magnified this effect. For the first time, their collaboration wasn't a rumor, it was official. The news lit up every corner of social media. Could this be it? Are they finally ready to tell the world? In comment sections, excitement built like a rising tide. Their journey together has been long. From the wide-eyed freshness of the dawn is not even late to the layered, emotionally charged physical feelings, both have evolved, not only as actors but as partners. You can see it in the way they occupy a frame, how a glance stretches a beat too long, how a casual gesture feels weighted with something unscripted. That growth blurs the line between what is performed and what is felt, until even the viewers begin to wonder whether they are watching a drama at all, or catching glimpses of something genuine, tender, and quietly extraordinary. During a recent live broadcast, a playful question from the host sparked a moment that quickly went viral. Asked whether they'd consider joining a variety show as a duo, Shen Haonan smiled and quipped, "I'm afraid she'd be bored staying at home without missing a beat." Zhai Yiying shot back, "You're the boring one." The room erupted in laughter. It was unfiltered, unrehearsed, just two people being themselves, the same ease that makes their on-screen chemistry so magnetic. Whether they ever choose to confirm a relationship no longer matters to many fans. What's undeniable is the emotional imprint they've already left. More than colleagues, they have become confidants, a safe harbor for each other. Every exchange between them, be it a look, a smile, or a simple gesture, feels like a quiet story told without words. Their journey has been one of growth, not just in craft but in connection. From the awkward freshness of their early days to the seamless understanding they now share, the progression has been remarkable. They don't just perform, they bring pieces of themselves to every scene, making fiction feel heartbreakingly real. Perhaps that's why audiences can't look away. A fleeting glance becomes a poem. A moment of unspoken care resonates like a melody. If you've ever caught yourself smiling unconsciously as they appear on screen, or blinking back tears without knowing why, you're not alone. So we ask you, which moment between Shen Haonan and Zhai Yiying stayed with you? Which scene made you think, this is what love looks like? Share it with us and keep watching, because their story is far from over.